So, okay, welcome to the lounge, the review lounge, I suppose we'll call it from now on.
We'll be doing other stuff
We'll be
here.
doing other stuff here, yeah. Okay. So where do we start?
So I have a whole list of criteria that we're going to talk about
Okay.
with regard to Pan Am. The first being the mechanic.
Okay. It is essentially worker placement.
It is
isn't it?
essentially worker placement. It does have the bidding mechanism, and I would consider it a bit of a race.
Yeah.
Because you're racing against Pan Am to try and get the routes before Pan Am gets there so that you can make the most of them.
Now, we both like worker placement games. So
We do.
We're going to give this one...
We're a big fan of that.
Yes. So, yeah, love worker placement. They've done it well. And it's interesting how you have set zones you have to go to. And the outbidding thing is quite good.
It's quite harsh, really.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be really
In
painful in a
four-player,
four-player game.
that will be...
And we will find out soon.
Yes, we will play this with some others.
So the theme.
It holds.
The theme is
Yeah.
airline travel in the 1930s-ish.
Yep. The look is great. I ordered this based on just the box art.
Which I didn't find attractive, but it grew on me. It really did.
Yes. The theme holds up. Air travel. They've got the planes for the right era in the little minis.
I think the whole buying stock thing is actually par for that time
part of the era as well.
but
Yeah, stock market in the United States was a big deal. So,
apparently Pan Am was quite glamorous
oh yeah,
when it's
I concur.
commercial. You concur?
I concur.
The components.
I have no problem with the components, but I think I would have liked to have seen the planes just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they probably would take up too much space on the board though if they did.
Yeah.
But I think the player mats themselves could be thicker.
The player mats are a little bit thin.
Otherwise, everything I think is fine.
Are they double-sided? Is there a...
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll have to have a look at that.
Not sure. I always like the player mats that have the indentations
Yes,
so
it'd
that
be helpful in
your
this
cube
game.
can
Yeah.
sit somewhere. That would be.
Yeah,
that would
the
be
card
nice.
stock is a little bit
I'm sure there'll be some 3D printers out there that will be printing
inserts,
player boards.
player boards. Perfect idea, yeah.
Yep.
What's the next criteria, Sue?
Well, I haven't finished on that one
Oh, you
yet.
haven't finished on
No,
it?
no.
Oh.
So the graphics on the board with you talked about the top-down look from the North Pole
Yes,
as well.
that's a very interesting aspect to the board.
So we imagine that's how it reflects
how they
Pan
view
Am's
their
view of their network.
network.
Yeah. The artwork of the cards and the rule book is the stuff that I didn't really like because it's quite muted
But it
tones.
suits.
But yeah, I know, and it's the graphic style really does capture the era of the airline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I have no issue with the thematic look of it and the style and presentation.
no,
of
I
it.
think they've done well with the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just pasted on. It's
No,
quite immersive.
I think it was a theme before it was a game.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Complexity and accessibility. Now, Board Game Geek gives this a 2.43 complexity rating out of 5. Do you concur?
I was going to say 2.5. So yes, I concur.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd say it's suitable for casual gamers. If
Yeah.
you don't have to be.
I think it's an easy one to teach. So you
Yeah.
can introduce gateway gamers to this, and they wouldn't really struggle with it. There's a little bit of AP in deciding
there
on
is
what
a
you're
lot
gonna
of
do.
there's a lot of AP, which is yeah.
It is what it is.
So player interaction. So the bidding mechanism certainly means there's some conflict.
Not that you saw much of that in our 2-player playthrough, but in the 4-player, you're going to have less work. You're going to have less engineers.
You are going to
though,
have less
in a
engineers.
4-player. So you're still going to not conflict as much, but certainly more than one person.
There's
is
going to be
want
conflict over the airport
over
spot.
the airports. It's exactly where I was
Definitely.
going. Yeah.
Or to collect a destination card if there's one out
Yeah,
there that you
if there's
really
something
want to
that
get.
you really want. Yeah. We only just discovered recently there are multiples of the destinations in that deck. They are not
Yes.
single. I'd like to know.
We don't know how many. You'd have to pull them out and
We'd have to
count
go
them
through
all.
and sort it and see how many of each there is. But I think it might be limited to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen more than 2 come
No,
out, but then
neither have I.
we haven't played it enough to
No.
know. Replayability.
Yes. It's
Well,
okay.
There's variable enough in the event cards just alone, because there are 4 or 5 different ones for each round. So you don't know what is going to come
Yeah,
out.
because you randomly select from the 7 different event
And there's
decks.
7, so I don't do probability, but I'm sure that's a decent number. I'm sure that's a decent number of different games
Well,
you're going
it's
to have.
7 to the power of 7, really.
7 to the power of 7, okay. And there's also an alternate option in the rulebook where you can, instead of starting from Miami with Pan Am, you can start from Rome
To mix it up.
to mix it up. And if you've played it a lot and you just
Yeah.
want to mix it up and start from Rome. So that's an option. The game length.
It's fine. We played a
Would
full
you
game
say?
the other
I'd
night.
say it's still 60 minutes is pretty.
It's pretty good.
Pretty realistic.
Yep. I easily play it inside
I
an hour.
wonder if the AP in a 4-player game might blow it out a little bit. Just
Okay. We will report back at another time with a 4-player result, and we'll let you know.
yes. And in terms of strategy and decision making,
There's a lot going on.
there's a lot of strategic options. Like we've talked about buying the longer routes with the goal of selling them off to Pan Am is possibly
Yep.
one strategy that you could do. But of course, buying the longer routes you can't do in the first
No,
two rounds.
up until
2 rounds, and you can't
Rounds.
get a jet until round 6.
yeah. So
So
you only get 2 opportunities to play 2 rounds to play jets.
it's not going to be. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a viable option, but maybe it is. Or simply just trying to buy up a lot of routes that you know Pan Am is going to
Yeah, because the
want
board
to buy back off you,
pretty well lays out where Pan Am is going to expand into.
but you just don't know which ones are going to
The
activate each turn.
randomness of the dice and where they are actually going to expand is left up to the
And
dice
we don't
gods.
know which is the best strategy to go for.
No, I haven't worked that out yet.
And I imagine in a 4-player game that would change as well.
Yeah,
So overall enjoyment of the game.
I like it.
I like it too. As I said, I wasn't enjoying the graphics when he first put the board out. Went, that's really ugly, but it grew on me.
Yeah, at first I was a bit, where are we? It's all, oh, I see. It took me a moment to realise it was a top down from the North Pole.
Shows how much I know because I didn't notice.
Right,
I just went, oh, that's a weird map.
there you go. So here we are. This is our first new look playthrough
Yes,
and review and how to. Please subscribe to the channel, like, hit the bells, do all those things.
please follow our journey. We're
join the
going to do a
Discord.
lot more.
We will have more of our
of
life,
this.
more of this, more of our life as board gamers and board game shop owners
Yes.
to bring to you. We've got something in the pipeline. We'll see how that goes. So until next time,
Play more games.
play more games. Bye.